2, 1. Classic Hits, My 92.5. Good Thursday morning, just coming up on 8 o'clock, and a special guest joining us in the studio, Jon Tester. Good morning again.
Good morning, Willie.
Friend of the show. He stops by occasionally when you're in town.
Yeah.
Always good to see you.
Always good to see you, too.
We still claim that we are pretty much single-handedly got you elected.
Absolutely. Well,
we still hold that.
I appreciate that, and I also think back to, I think, one of the first interviews we did that you were talking about the product you use in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'd never thought of the term as product, but
that's
it always comes to mind every time I see it.
That interview is one of our most viewed interviews on the website too. People love you. We got a ton of stuff to talk about, and as always, I'm really unprepared, so I just kind of scribbled down some stuff. Of course, we got to talk about healthcare a little bit, the credit card companies, the cash for clunkers stuff.
Oh yeah.
Stillwater Mine. Where do you want to start?
You sound pretty prepared to me. I don't know. Well, we can start with healthcare. I mean, that's what's on most folks' mind right now. We're in town doing some roundtables with the hospitals, so visiting with them about the challenges they're facing and what we can do to help them deliver better care. We're going to be having a bill out. Hopefully, Max will get that bill out of finance sometime September. The earlier the better. And so once we get that out, we'll have something we can talk about in earnest. But it's a challenging topic, as everybody knows. We've got a lot of folks with pre-existing conditions, a lot of folks being dropped, a lot of folks who can't afford to get on to health care, and a lot of emergency room care being given that's very, very expensive. But as this thing rolls out, if we can do things to bend the cost of it a little bit, flatten it out, because it's been skyrocketing in the last 10 years. If it keeps up like that, nobody will be able to afford health care.
Right.
And then improve accessibility, affordability, especially in a state like Montana that's rural. Make sure if you've got like your doctor, you can keep them, or like your health insurance policy, you can keep them, and then put in a healthy dose of prevention. Right. We're on the road.
Well, the prevention, nobody talks about that very much, do they?
No, the food we eat and the lifestyle we live makes a big difference on what we pay in healthcare costs.
And a lot of businesses, talking about how they're not going to be able to afford things and stuff. Is there going to be things in there that will help them out? What about like tax breaks for healthy, encouraging, if you give a gym membership or something?
Well, I think that's, we'll see what the final bill looks like, Willie, when it gets out. I think some of those things have merit. No, it hasn't been written yet. But when we get it out and get a look at it, I think that hopefully there will be some things in it to encourage folks to get out and at least educate and let them know. They're at a very bare minimum of what they need to do to stay out of the hospital and when you get old, still have a quality of life.
Right. This seems like more of a split issue than a lot of other things are, too. I mean, a lot of people on each side, and it seems like I'm hearing something every day to encourage me to call you for something.
And we've got 7 offices around the state, and we encourage people to call us if they got some suggestions or ideas. And about 8 it is. I'm sorry. We've got 8 offices around the state. I've only got 7 fingers, so it's hard for me to get up to 8.
You can't count that.
But we've got 8 of them, and
one of them's just down the street here. So.
Exactly.
And you can stop in anytime and
give us a shout, and we'll certainly take your input gladly and move it forward. So it's good. Stillwater Mine, another one you brought up.
Yeah.
The deal that's going on with GM right now is more than just a little disturbing from my perspective. We got 1,300 great people, families that work out there, and GM they walked away from that contract.
Yeah. They sure want us to buy American cars, but
exactly right.
Can I go buy a South African car or a Russian car?
Well, and that's the whole point. These folks that work out there, they pay taxes and they buy automobiles, and kind of shooting yourself in the foot, especially since they took taxpayer dollars to begin with.
Well, my dad, who owned GM cars for his entire life, when they started all this kind of falling apart stuff, he said he's not going to buy American cars anymore. It blew me away because my dad's pretty hardcore about it. But
well, I don't know if I go that far.
Well,
I'm pretty upset with GM. I'll tell you that. They may have made me into a Ford man, is what they probably did. So that's the way it goes. But I don't know. And then. There's that issue out there we're going to continue to fight. And we've got a website, tester.senate.gov/Stillwater, and we've gotten a ton of comments on it.
You were just over there, right?
Yeah, we were just over there a couple weeks ago. Went through the mine. Very, very impressive. Very well-run outfit.
Go all the way in?
We went about 3 miles,
Whoa.
So it was It was pretty cool.
I bet that was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. You know, as one of my staff members said, it's the first time we've had hard hats on that we really needed the hard hats.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hunk a rock fall on your head.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was really good.
Well, and while we're on cars, Cash for Clunkers stuff. What they say yesterday that it's almost over, right? I mean, are they going to quit it now?
Well, no, it was re-upped right before we left
right.
Because it was such a successful program. I have not heard that it's over with yet. They should still have really. You've got a pressure. That's what happens when I come in the radio station. It ran out of dough around the first of the month,
right?
And then if they've run out, I mean, if that program is that successful, if they've pumped out, it was $2 billion we put into it right before we left.
It says Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood said yesterday the department would announce within 48 hours how it intends to discontinue the program, which doesn't mean I guess they're going to discontinue it immediately.
That's
but
down
they're
the
going
line.
to announce when they are and how they are. Okay.
See, one of the problems they had, well, I shouldn't say we had, is that the program went and these rebates, so to speak, went out for $3,500, $4,500, and they ran out of money, and they were still.
Sure, there's local dealerships that still haven't got their money, right?
Right, and we need to work on make sure that happens too. But so Secretary LaHood, what he has to do is give them some timelines to say, all right, we'll let you know so we can terminate the program.
All right. What are we leaving out? Credit card company new rules go into effect today.
Yeah, that's positive. I think it's positive for consumers. Something that probably should have been done a long time ago. We finally got her done.
Sort of like healthcare.
Exactly. No, exactly. I've been working on it for decades. Maybe we'll get it done this year. And then the issues about animal ID, which I don't know how many ranchers you got out there that tune in, but for those folks, we cut that program in half working with Senator Ramsey down in Wyoming, and I think that's positive. It's a program we put a lot of money into over the last 5 years. It really isn't where we need to be.
Well, I think anybody in our area, whether you're a rancher or not, it's a pretty important issue.
Yeah, darn right, and it is, because as I say, if you eat, you're involved in agriculture, so it's part of it. So it's good. And then Joe Medicine Girl getting the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really
well. It was it was cool for me seeing you on TV too, because when we were watching Obama, I didn't get to make it over to Belgrade.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of feel like I know you when I see you on the street. You say hi to me, so it was a trip seeing you behind the president. You know.
That was a good meeting too.
That was good.
Healthcare. It was Montana performed very, very well. A lot of really good questions, thoughtful questions for the president. So it was good. It was good.
You know, you're in Montana when somebody just stands up and says, "I'm in the NRA," and then it doesn't have anything to do with anything. I'm just stating the fact that I like guns.
Count me in.
How's summer vacation going? Not that you really got a vacation,
well,
a little break, huh?
This weather is incredibly nice.
It's great here.
It's beautiful. And Mike says it's going to be mid-90s tomorrow.
Yeah, we get a great weekend.
That's good.
Farming still?
That'll help the harvest.
Yeah.
Fields. That'll ripen a little wheat.
There you go.
So that's good. Farming's going great. Price could always be better, but it is where it is.
Cool. Well, I don't really know a whole lot else. Good to see you as always.
You did pretty good, Willie.
Well,
you've run me through pretty good course.
Yeah.
So, always good to see you.
I know you get real nervous when you get to come and talk to me.
Right. That's right.
All right.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for stopping in.
Thanks.
Excellent.